Welcome to the words of the day for May 13th. Is that the date? Yes, day 58. Okay, first word, primary. It's an adjective. Comes from Latin. Whoa, Latin, I know. It means of first rank or importance or value. Primary is a word that we hear quite a bit. It's the most important, okay? Now, for today, your primary goal is to make a good set of goals for what to do. Okay. My primary goal today is to not fall when I go skateboarding. Yes. Okay. So primary, good adjective. Circumspect. This is a really good word. It's an adjective. It means wary and unwilling to take risks. Some would say that I am not a circumspect person because I'm 43 and I started skateboarding. I am not wary or unwilling to take risks. Okay. I'm sure you guys come up with a good sentence for that one. Develop. This is a word we've heard quite a bit. It's a verb. It means to progress or evolve through a process of natural growth. So, now I can use this to talk about plants and how they develop, but you could also talk about skills as well. I'm going to develop my skateboarding skills by practicing every day. Okay, now, words of the day, not too hard today. Circumspect is one that you probably don't hear too often. So spend a little more time on this one. Primary and develop, pretty easy words. Okay, for the writing today, here's what we're going to do. We are going to talk about one of my favorite things to do. We're going to do a super quick review of story arcs. Yes, we are. Now, one of the nice things about story arcs is that you can see them in so many movies and books and things that we read and watch. Now, let's take a look at our axis, or hey, it's like tails. You guys remember tails? Title, axis, intervals, labels, and scale. Well, let's see what this one's got. So here is our sideways T. Now, this is good fortune, and this is ill fortune. Remember that? Now, one of my favorites is called Man in a Hole. You can call it person in a hole or character in a hole. But what it is it starts out with everything's going, it's going pretty good, yeah. And then, normal life, things are going good, and then all of a sudden, boom, something bad happens. Something challenges your character, okay? Something challenges the world in your story. And then what they need to do is find a way to get back out, and they're going to end up happier or better than they were in the beginning. Now, we're only going to do one story arc today, and I want to talk about Man in a Hole because this is such a common theme throughout books, stories, and movies. Because it's something about challenge, adversity, failure that makes humans really interested in how other people deal with those sorts of situations, because we deal with them ourselves. The world is literally in the middle of this right now, okay? That's why you're watching this video from home, and that's why I'm teaching it from my desk at home, okay? The world was going pretty good. Everything was going great. And then you know what happened? This happened, and down we go. But you know what's going to happen? We're going to get back out of it, and it's going to be great. So what I want you to think about with the Man in the Hole story arc is write a quick little story. It doesn't have to be a full story. It can be kind of an outline of like what happens here, what happens here, what happened that made this go all the way down, okay? Did somebody, like for a quick example, and this is how simple your story can be, okay? There's this guy named Joe, and he's got a pretty good job. He got his paycheck, and he decided to go get a bunch of cash to go buy something on Craigslist. What did he want to buy? He wanted to buy a new, like really nice treadmill, right? And he found one of those fancy ones that has like the steps that you can go up. Have you guys seen those? And it's got like a display, and it's got like an iPad in there so you can watch shows while you climb stairs and run. Now this thing Guys, this thing retails like brand new, costs like $5,000. It's like a real deal, like something you'd find at like a gym, right? But he finds it for $1,500, $1,500, and he's super excited. And so, but the guy is only going to take cash, right? It's Craigslist. So he gets out a bunch of cash, and as he's walking, he trips and falls, and somehow the money that he had just had in his hand, he hadn't put in his pocket yet, it falls down, and this gust of wind takes it, and the money blows away, and the wind's so strong that it gets away, and he tries to chase down his money, and he only gets $300, right? So he gets it back, and then he realizes that he can't buy his new fancy treadmill, stair climber, iPad, TV watching thing. And so he says, you know what? I'm gonna go buy a lotto ticket, get some frozen pizza, go home and watch Friends for 3 hours because I'm depressed. And so he's just sad, and he's sitting there and he's watching Friends, and it should be funny, and he's not laughing. He gets out his scratch ticket and he scratches it, and he wins $10,000. Boom. Story's over. Okay? It's not a very good story, but I wrote it and I thought about it, and I used the man in the whole story arc. Let's see what your man in the whole story arc can do. See you guys.